What if you could look back on this year and realize your net worth has doubled? Sounds like one of those wild internet claims, right? But for many people, this transformation is absolutely possible if you approach your money piece with intention, strategy, and a willingness to change a few habits. Today, I want to share 6 things I did that helped me double my net worth in just 1 year, breaking down each step so you can see how these concepts work in real life and how you can apply them too. Let's start with one of the most powerful forces in finance, something Albert Einstein is rumored to have called the 8th wonder of the world: compound interest. For years, I'd heard about it but didn't really understand the magic. Compound interest is interest earning interest, meaning when you invest money, the returns themselves start earning returns over time. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. Imagine planting a tree. At first, it grows slowly, but over time, its branches and roots multiply. To harness this, I opened a high-yield savings account and started investing in index funds, specifically low-fee ETFs, tracking the S&P 500. Even small regular contributions added up faster than I expected, and seeing those numbers rise month by month was incredibly motivating. Next, I got serious about budgeting. I'd tried generic spreadsheets before, but always lost motivation. This time, I experimented with different methods until I found 2 that clicked for me: the 50-30-20 rule and the envelope system. The 50-30-20 rule helped me divide my after-tax income into 3 buckets: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt repayment. The envelope system took it a step further. I physically separated money for groceries, transport, and fun into different envelopes, whether digital or actual cash. This helped me become conscious of every dollar, and the act of allocating money made spending feel intentional, not impulsive. Of course, temptation was everywhere. When stress hit or I felt bored, it was easy to justify a spontaneous delivery order or an unnecessary new gadget. This is where I confronted emotional spending head-on. I started tracking not just what I spent, but why I spent it. Whenever I had the urge to buy something, I asked myself, was this purchase a need, a want, or just a way to fill an emotional gap? I learned to pause, sometimes just for 24 hours, before making a purchase, giving my brain time to evaluate whether I really wanted it. This simple habit cut my impulse purchases in half and freed up more money to invest. But I didn't stop there. One of the biggest traps I'd fallen into before was lifestyle inflation. As my salary increased, so did my spending. It's so easy to upgrade your apartment, buy fancier clothes, or eat out more often just because you can. But I realized that true wealth wasn't about looking rich. It was about growing my net worth in the background. I made a conscious choice to keep my lifestyle the same, even as my income went up. The extra money? It went straight into investments and my emergency fund. The result? My savings rate soared without feeling deprived. Speaking of an emergency fund, that was my next big move. Life is unpredictable. A medical bill, a car repair, or even a sudden job loss can derail your financial progress. I prioritized building a safety net of 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. This gave me peace of mind, and knowing I had that cushion made it easier to take calculated risks with my investments and side hustles. Now, let's talk about income. I realized that cutting expenses could only get me so far. To accelerate my progress, I needed to increase my income streams. That's where the concept of active versus passive income came into play. Active income is what you earn from your main job or from trading your time for money. But passive income, money that comes in with minimal ongoing effort, was the real game changer. I started with a few side hustles, freelance writing, tutoring, and selling digital products online. I also explored creating simple online courses and resources that could earn money while I slept. The key was to start small, experiment, and reinvest early earnings back into growing these ventures. Over time, these side gigs began to supplement and sometimes surpass my main income. Of course, none of this happened overnight. There were moments I felt stuck or doubted whether my efforts were paying off. That's when I turned to some of the best books on personal finance. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki taught me to think differently about assets and liabilities. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel helped me understand why we behave the way we do with money and why consistency beats chasing the next big thing. Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin shifted my focus from simply earning more to living more intentionally. These books became my foundation, reminding me that personal finance isn't just about math. It's about mindset. Here's what I learned along the way. Doubling your net worth starts with clarity. You need to know exactly where you stand, your assets, your debts, your spending habits, and set clear, achievable goals. Then, automate as much as possible. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts so you don't have to rely on willpower alone. Be patient, but stay curious. Track your progress monthly and celebrate small wins along the way. Surround yourself with others who share your goals, whether it's an online community, a local meetup, or even a friend who wants to start their own financial journey. Remember, money is a tool, not the goal itself. To sum it all up, start early and let compound interest work for you. Budget in a way that fits your real life, not someone else's. Notice and challenge your emotional spending triggers. Resist the urge to upgrade your lifestyle every time your income increases. Build a robust emergency fund to give yourself peace of mind. And don't be afraid to pursue new income streams, even if they start small. If you commit to these 6 steps, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve in just 1 year. Your net worth is more than a number. It's a reflection of your habits, your mindset, and your willingness to invest in yourself. So why not start today? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now.